Excuse me. All right, we are waiting for all the platforms to go live. We have 2 out of 4 live, 3 out of 4. Waiting for that last platform to go live, and then I will announce the broadcast. I am waiting just a few more seconds, hopefully, for all the platforms to be live. And yeah, I don't know why Twitch takes so long. Welcome live viewers, welcome replay viewers to my broadcast. I'm simulcasting on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, all with the same username everywhere, Tiffany TLC Music. Please do consider following, especially on Twitter. It's the only place where you can both follow and get my rare but important announcements. I am a singer-songwriter amongst a number of things I do. I come on most weekdays between 5:15 and 6 p.m. plus Pacific time. And I play acoustic guitar, do all my own songs except one song written for me. Most of it's modern American folk, but I also do some vocal looping and some bluesy stuff. And yeah, I'm going to get started. Please do be aware that I can't manage the screen space and data flow of having all the platforms individually open at once. So basically, communication happens through chat. So if you want to say hello, if you want to ask me a question, if you want to just get a shout out, I do invite you to make a comment on whatever platform you're watching. It should end up in the merge chat area. Yay! Thank you, food gods. Yeah, I know, and I've been getting on late, so I wonder if you're more able to get on, Carrie, when I'm on late or when I'm on early. When you eat later, well, it depends. Sometimes if I were to come on, the earliest I would ever get on would probably be 5:15, which would be 7:15 your time. Like, what is the range of for you guys for dinner, like starting and finishing? Like, you don't usually start earlier than blank, and you don't usually end. I don't know. I suppose there's no way to. It probably would I wouldn't retain it. And so ever since your son showed up from getting released, your schedule's been disrupted. So cool. How's he doing? How's he recovering from such a trauma? I tell you, our system is for the birds. Actually, the birds deserve better. So do people. Hey, I just realized, oh no, it's not so far off. It looks like my laptop's all twisted, but I guess it's okay. All right, so I'm thinking When I Gotta Let Go, Willow in the Wind, I Want to Live Before I Die, and I don't know, No Worries, or perhaps, no, I'm not going to do my new song yet, but I will tell you that I have a lot more hope for my new song. I think the trouble I was having with my technology was more on my end, that I was setting it to too high a tempo. And therefore, whenever I would record it, I was like, what's going on? I'm lagging behind the percussion I've created. But again, I think it was because I just had created the tempo too fast on the metronome. So, but I want to practice it a few times. Oh gosh, holy criminy! Oh wow, that's rough. That's rough. I hope you didn't have too many. I just had the 2, and that was traumatic enough. He's quite a bit younger, so not than me probably, but well, I don't know. How old is he? Did they not have good dental care where he was? So let's do not as many as you. Good. That's a big trauma. So I think I'm going to start with When I Gotta Let Go. sort of been one of those kind of days. I don't know, Carrie. I'm noticing that I'm aspiring. Yeah, maybe it is one of those kinds of days. I'm aspiring to do sometimes more than I can really do. And this song kind of gets into that topic a bit. Right, Spotty in prison. Well, I know he was in prison. I just didn't want to say it over and over. Like, I don't know how. I mean, you announced it on here. So do you feel like totally comfortable with me saying that? I don't want to just like gratuitously bring it up. But yeah, I do wonder about medical care in prison. I'm sure it varies state to state. Well, this is probably something you don't want to share, but I'm sure federal prison is different from state prison, which is different from local jails. And state to state, there's probably a big variation, at least for state and local. You were so young, the bird stung. Okay. I was young too, had no way to protect you. Just had to stand nearby and hear you cry. Your pain again and again made it hard to know when I gotta let go. 'Cause I've done all that I can, and I need others to grow, to lend a hand. Turn up my headphones a little bit. Never hit myself, I still have scars. Fear to be safe, I better do things perfectly, including taking care of you. And all others suffering too. Made it hard to know when I gotta let go. 'Cause I've done all that I can, and I need others to grow, to lend a hand. I know compassion, it helps us all. It's my limits I need to recall. I often ask too much of myself, when the truth is I need help. That's why I need to know when I gotta let go. 'Cause I've done all that I can, and I need others to grow, to lend a hand. Just realized my audio, hold on a second. I think it's so quiet because, just a second. No, that's not why. That's so cute, Carrie. There is so much pain in this world, and so much I think we could do to fix it. I believe big changes are the key, but I can't make them myself alone, just me. That's why I need to know when I gotta let go. 'Cause I've done all that I can, and I need others to grow, to lend a hand. accepting limits, it can cause pain. It hurts to know when I can't do anything. I care so much about you and me. Just want everybody to have what they need, and yet I need to know when I gotta let go. 'Cause I don't know that I can, and I need others to grow, to lend a hand. When I gotta let go, when I gotta let go, when I gotta let go. I feel like that's what happened when I had kids, so I would not be surprised if it notches up a whole other level with grandkids. Because when I had kids, I mean, you know, I see my sons dealing with younger people sometimes, and I think, wow, it's just, you don't have kids. So you just don't have, you haven't been molded, even if you have to discuss it with the children, discuss it with the grandchildren. But yeah, I feel like I had a major increase in my patience, wisdom, and happiness having kids. And I'm guessing as a grandparent, I don't know, on the one hand, you're maybe less physically able to equip to roll with the punches. On the other hand, you usually have less responsibility as a grandparent. So between the two of those, is it harder having grandkids or easier? I'm guessing easier. I guess it depends on the grandparents and how much responsibility they have. Talking with your boys. Yeah, even if I have to say, you guys need to get on it. No. But yeah, that may not be quite what you meant, but yeah, I can only imagine that it will be a whole other level. It will be another upping of my game. And I'm not ready for it simply because, well, I don't think I'm quite ready for it because I need this sort of in between time, I think, but also I know my guys aren't ready for it. Yeah, I hear ya. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah. So it depends on the people, but yeah, in general, I do think, my gosh, I mean, some of the stuff I dealt with when I was in my early 30s with really young kids. Now, granted, I was the front and center mom. Might be different being a dad in most cases, but like, you know, breastfeeding and all this stuff, like being woken up all the time. It's like the stuff I had less sleep to go on. And so, you know, there was more challenge in being patient, you know, probably than if I had that sleep. But on the other hand, I'm going to be 20 years older or 30 years older, whatever it's going to be. So, you know, I don't know. It probably depends on a lot of factors as to whether being a grandparent is harder. I mean, there are grandparents out there that are doing the full court press. They like their kids aren't available. Their kids have passed away, whatever it is. And it can be really hard. Anyway, that song, When I Gotta Let Go, actually, as I'm singing it, was really on point today. I got really triggered this morning with an article in the Sacramento Bee, where I live, about what the city is doing with homeless people right now. It's just, oh my God, I know that they have a real tough road to hoe, and I know there's a lot of aspiration to improve the policies, but the net result is there was like a woman, 46 years old, with a 7-year-old and like a 14-year-old, and they cleared out her RV and like 20,000, a bunch of other people's RVs, and now they have to be in a tent, which is, it's going to be in the 30s. It's not as safe for a woman and not as comfortable for her kids. And rain, freezing cold weather, and they're just basically, I'm not happy. There's a lot more to say about it. There was a case in California that made it so, like, unless you have alternative shelter to provide, that's, you have to allow people to camp, basically. And but they're saying it has to be a tent, not like an RV or trailer or something, which is like, wow, that's so much better for a woman, especially with children. You can lock a trailer, you can't lock a tent. That's awesome. Yes. Let praise rain down upon your son-in-law. Absolutely. You never know who you're going to get, right? That's something you don't have control over. In the early stages, you can sometimes have some influence. I haven't quite had to reach that stage yet, but I'm aware that my influence will be only that, and that I won't have control, and I will just have to hope for the best. Don't tell him, okay, we'll keep it on the down low, Carrie. Shh. Oh wait, this is public. But I don't think he watches my broadcast, probably. All right, so I think I'm gonna do I Want to Live Before I Die. Or maybe I'm gonna do I'm So Done. No, I think I'll do I Want to Live Before I Die. And reading this article, it's like, it's hard not to go to a place of shame and guilt. And I have a friend who says she really likes to focus on, rather than shame and guilt for herself, having her basic human needs met, rather focus on trying to get other people's basic human needs met. She kind of doesn't like to use the word privilege. She likes to use the phrase human rights. And then the emphasis becomes, let's get human rights met for everyone, rather than let's feel guilty because of our unwarranted privileges. Now, I don't want guilt and shame is not, to me, a preferable motivator regardless of anything else. Nonviolent communication kind of talks about that. But, and it gets even more complicated when you get into the word privilege and other things. I do think that the inequalities are great and not workable. See my song, Income Inequality. And not sustainable. And I don't think it's helpful to respond with shame or guilt. I think it's, what need am I having? I really want well-being for all people. And what can I do to help make that a possibility? Well, one thing I can do is recognize my limits and what I can do sustainably and be accepting of those. That's the song, When I Gotta Let Go. The stuff I can do that is sustainable, see the song Persist. I need to have footnotes to my songs. Okay, let's do we're going to do what I say before, I Want to Live Before I Die. So this is more about personal aspirations, which are important too. I'm going to affirm that. All right, here we go. So please feel free, if you're on any of the platforms, I see there are a number of people on different platforms, please feel free to comment, because I really can't see you unless you comment. Just how it's working with the simulcasting, it just doesn't really work to see you unless you comment. And I can say hello. You don't have to talk continuously or anything. But what is happening? Okay, here we go. sorry. I've got to fix something. I don't know why this is not showing me. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on a second. Hold up. The comments are not showing right for me. That's a great list of stuff you can do, Carrie. Teach your granddaughter. That's awesome. Did you mean teach your granddaughter to lighten up? Or what did you mean? Okay, here we go. Oh, why is the boo-boo? Why is my guitar? Hold on. I can't wait to get my new chord, Gary. You know, I really wanna live before I die. I'm growing up with my side. I just don't wanna live before I die. There comes a time for some, and that time it came for me. Breaking free. Wasn't always so clear to me. You know I've known fear so well. So glad that I can move through it. No, it's not where I wanna dwell. 'Cause I wanna live before I die. You know I really wanna live before I die. Just wanna live for I die. You know I really wanna live before I die. I'm growing old with a sigh. I just wanna live before I die. I just wanna live before I die. Woot woot. Lily plays a lot. Her imagination is remarkable. Her linguistic skill with catchy and logical problems. She is so smart it overwhelms us sometimes. Oh, isn't that awesome? That's so wonderful. Isn't it lovely to see life refreshing itself? And just, yeah, my youngest is that way. Just, you know, he's 17 now, and he overwhelms us. He's into computer coding, and he just like, we are just so like lost when he describes. We go, Oh no, that's awesome, Carrie. That's really something for her age. That's great. Well, she's been taught by the best. She's been tutored by the best. All right, let's do, God, are we already? Oh no, we're not. We've done 2 out of 4. And it's already 6:15. What? All right, we're going to do a Willow in the Wind. How about a Willow in the Wind? Song about keeping on, being flexible through difficult things, whether they are things you chose because they were worth it to you, or things that were thrust upon you without your consent. Smart. If you are watching, I see there are several people watching, please consider sharing the broadcast, would you? To your friends and followers. I know Carrie has, because he always does. Wherever you're watching, feel free to share the broadcast. I would love that. And also consider following wherever you're watching, whether it's Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. But make sure wherever you follow that you've told my profile page that you want to get notifications from me, and you've told your phone in settings that you want to get notifications from that platform. Very important, or you will not get notified in a lot of cases. So let's do this song here. We're going to get our capo on the wrong frets. That's not what we want. We want the 5th fret, and here we go. When my baby first latched on, I knew right then and there my old life was gone. No time left to prepare. I panicked a bit at first, tried to make the job seem small, but I couldn't deny for long. My baby needed my all. I was gonna be needed like never before. No control over when or how. When I was needed, I'd be needed right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, let me be hollow in the wind, welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind. Years later I can see babies will no more be not just a bad idea, but becoming an impossibility. Along the way, lost at sea, not just emotionally, random wasteland with pain, really driving me insane. Something in me is breaking, ending like never before. No control over when or how. When it goes, it'll go right now. Yay, that's cool. I was a little shy to put that in there, Carrie, but I'm like, you know what? Let's get real. And it's true. That's the moment where I was like, oh shit. Oh no. When it goes, it'll go right now. And so so I wanna be, I long to be, and let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind. When my daddy passed away, I'll bet it is that moment where you're like, uh-oh, I'm the one and I can't get out of it in a way that will be okay for my kid, you know? When my daddy passed away, I wasn't by his side. The nurse said, don't come yet, and said that he'd be fine. I know he wanted to go, I know he loved me so, I know we wouldn't have seen eye to eye, even with more time. But death had taken my daddy before we could even try again. No control over when or how. When we go right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind. So true. There's a time to mourn what's lost, to struggle with what's changed, for tears and pain and more. But at the end of the day, for things I cannot change, or wouldn't even if I could, for things that can be hard, whether or not they are good, I wanna dance with what comes, dance like never before, with what I've lost and what I've gained, with what will never be the same. Yeah, I wanna be, I long to be, and let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind, whether in parenting or raging or any top thing, a willow in the wind. Yeah, I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind. True song. So much truth in that song, both for me and I think in general. All right, I think you nailed it there, Carrie. They just can't, you know, but I think the more empathic and able, willing and able to be physically present the guy is, usually the guy, the partner is, the non-physically tied in partner, the more I like you, Carrie. I appreciate you so much. All right, that's very sweet of you to say. Let's end off on I'm debating. So here's my debate, Carrie. Are you willing to engage in an experiment of a song with me? It's kind of late, but I'm tempted to do my new song, if you can be very, very forgiving of whatever happens. Spontaneous fun, yes. Because it's going to be an experiment. And I really don't like to announce new song, because it's like, that's the time when I feel most shy about a song, is when it's new. So we're going to try it, okay? It's called Judgment Free. And here it goes. It's going to have some percussion and trumpet looping. You want to talk about spontaneous fun? Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I've got to get my key. D3 sharp and G3 sharp, maybe later. D3 sharp. Okay, here we go. What the heck's happening? Oh, hold on. This is going to be rough, Carrie. No. This is really rough. Okay, I was going to do the percussion first, but then I forget the key. I guess I can check the key again. It's going to be a little funky. All right, here we go. I'll get better at this. Probably, Carrie, but I don't have one. If I judge you, then I judge me. It's all one way or the other, you see. If I am in a judging mode, I judge everyone wherever I go. I'm not going with bad, not going with good. No right or wrong, oh, no shame or shuts. Not gonna judge or blame. You made a way, it's doing win-win. With empathy, saying this is good and that is bad just means I like this and I don't like that. But judgments take a heavier toll, so judgment free is the way I go. I'm not going with good, I'm not going with bad. No right or wrong, oh, no shame or shuts. Not gonna judge or blame. You made a way, it's doing win-win. With empathy, oh, judgment free. We can do it, you and me. Judgment free. We can do it, you and me. Judgments hurt relationships, mental health and inventiveness. Collaboration takes the head with anxiety and defensiveness. I'm not going with bad, not going with good. No right or wrong, oh, no shame or shuts. Not gonna judge or blame. You made a way, it's doing win-win. With empathy, I may not like your strategies, but I can relate to the human needs that I know everyone's trying to meet. Show you new ways to meet your needs. I'm not going with bad, not going with good. No right or wrong, yeah, no shame or shuts. Not gonna judge or blame. You made a way, it's doing win-win. With empathy, judgment free. We can do it, you and me. Judgment free. We can do it, you and me. Now someone just won't meet my needs. I come on that like a tragedy. Remember, duty is a made-up thing, and see other folks to meet my needs. I'm not going with bad, not going with good. No right or wrong, oh, no shame or shoulds. Not gonna judge or blame you. Middle way, just doing win-win with empathy. Judgment free. We can do it, you and me. Judgment free. We can do it, you and me. Haven't figured out the ending on that yet. Awesome. Thank you. Carrie. Thanks, Carrie. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, you are a bass baritone. That'd be so fun, wouldn't it be, to do that together? So I'm thinking it's rough. It's rough in a couple of ways. I think I'm still having some trouble keeping. There's a lag in the looping, and that's part of the technology. There's a lag from when you're hearing something to when I'm hearing it, and that sort of thing, for me to add on things. So that's always been a little bit of an issue with these kinds of songs. But for some reason, this one I was having a harder time with it. I think it was just a tempo issue, but I also think practice, keeping up with the tempo that I've set, is tricky. Like, I can't listen to the looping music. That's the kiss of death. I have to listen to the metronome, which is a little earlier than the looping music, because the looping music, comes back and is a little lagged. Anyway, it's tough. Awesome! Wow! Oh my God, Gary, that's so cool. It's so fun. It's a really fun song to sing. And I got, for my first time, I've done some beatboxing, like trumpet and percussion. I've never done that. So I secretly practiced it with you. I felt safe practicing it with you secretly. I didn't announce it because I didn't even know I was going to do it. And so it's going to feel weird to say new song at some point. But after I've snuck it in on a few practice broadcasts like this, I'll announce it officially, maybe. You were the first to hear it, Carrie, other than my family. Thanks for your support. That's awesome. I meant to say, I messed up a verse. Seek other ways to meet my needs at the end, not seek other folks, because I don't want to just limit it to other people. That's awesome, Carrie. Yay. Well, you're encouraging me to branch out, right? A little bit. That's so nice. Thank you, Carrie. And it would have been okay if you didn't like it at all. I like you no matter what. But I appreciate that. I'm grateful that you like it. That's cool. And it'll give me a little encouragement to practice it more and get it on here more regularly. It's my first new song on here in I don't know. When was my last new song? My last new song was it A Willow in the Wind or A Reason Why? A Reason Why was mid to late 2019. Willow in the Wind. Okay, it was A Reason Why was my latest one. Wow. Right. So that my latest one was also a vocal looping. That's right, Carrie. I like that. That's right. Yeah, I kept switching bad and good too, but that's okay. Nobody knows the real song but me, but they might notice the next time I sing it differently. Anyway, thanks. That was great. Branching out, breaking down, making progress is a good feeling, even if it's slow going. Thanks for being with me, Carrie, others, live and replay. I see there are other people. It's okay if you don't want to chat, but do consider it. I know, right? Just needs a little Carrie baritone. That's a cool idea. You know, I could also, so I have a choral effect on the trumpet. And if I knew how to work these a little better, I might create greater range in the choral effect, but I don't. So I just used whatever the default was. So that way I might have some deeper elements too. I don't know. That's very low on my priority list to figure that out. A slight hint, just a slight hint, yes. A slight hint. I wish it was easier, Carrie. Wouldn't that be awesome? That'd be so fun. Oh well, let's be grateful for what we have. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for being with me. Let me give a little tiny version of my spiel. In case you're wondering, you just hopped on, you're like, who is this person? What do they do? I do mostly modern American folk, and mostly on acoustic guitar, but as you just listened, if you were here, I also do some vocal looping and bluesy type songs. And I come on most weekdays between like 5:15 and 6 p.m. plus Pacific time. Don't come on weekends. And I do mostly my own songs, except one song written for me. Yeah, please do consider following. Sharing the broadcast would be awesome. I especially encourage, you can follow me at Tiffany TLC Music on any or all of these platforms, but I especially encourage Twitter because it's the only place where you can watch and get my infrequent but important announcements. But do make sure wherever you're following to tell the app on my profile page that you want to get all my notifications, and to tell your phone in settings that you want to get notifications from that app. Otherwise, you will not get my notifications. Thanks for being with me. Yay, Carrie! Not in small part because you were there. TLC to you from me, my friends. Big hug. Take care, everyone. Carrie and others. Until next time, if I can figure out how to turn this thing off. I'm now using a different thing, so it's harder to turn off. Bye, everyone.